My name is Kamil Balwierz, and I will show you some tools that I've created for Eclipse environment. Uh, well, I'll start with why do we want new tools for Eclipse environment to help Magento developers? Mostly, well, it pains me that I have to create files on every new module from the beginning, all these directory structures or the XMLs on the beginning. So to make my life easier, your life easier, and to speed the process up. Also, when we are creating code, we have problems when we misspell or something like that. If you are bored with the things you're doing because you had to create 5 files that always look the same, you tend to get carried away and do misspells. So to help, we help with the process. And also, if you made some mistakes, you frequently get null results, and you spend sometimes hours on looking for a mistake that is really one misspell. And I said it before, speeds things up. To show you something, module creation, really just a new Eclipse project for every module. Specifying your namespace, your name, your short name, code pool version, archive. You can specify Magento base version. It's actually a nice feature. We ship with the plugin to based analyst version, and all the context help is based on this. You can choose what to pre-generate in your code, and also the base information about the store. You can create your own on every store you have. We have created, that's the same. We have created extension for your shell tool for Magento that will extract all the data that is needed for the plugin. It's just you just run a shell tool. It creates zip archive that you have to extract to your Eclipse workspace. We have basic data, but with all the configuration that is in the database, just produced by Magento, but we removed some sensitive data like API keys, so you can use it freely without just basic system definitions for the admin HTML data configuration. Layout files that I actually merge manually, because there is no good way in Magento to get all that. Only you have to define only for the request you're going. And actually, thing that I liked to write most, code structure, using reflections, spawning new PHP processes which are running dynamically created code. I extract data about structure, classes, methods, and even prefixes for generating names of events. So we can next see creating of the model. We can specify name. We can choose what class we want to extend, automatically write or rewrite, automatically create a resource model. It will create install file, the basic scaffolding for install file. Setup script, you will see in a moment. It will be created, and if you boost the version, it will suggest actually update file, not install file. PHP docs are the methods get and set for the model. So built-in context help will pick them up. We will see it in a moment working. Install file, when you boost version, upgrade. It actually scans your directory with the install files. And all 4 files took us a minute, normally 5 to 10, I think. Everything in place. And these are PHP docs. Simple cron task creation also creates new model. Just specify function, cron expression test. It's nice if you weren't creating cron expression for some time. I had a problem that the cron expression was invalid. It was some looking. And as you can see, it's not just creating a file from the template. It also looks up the file if it's existing and finds a nice place to put the function definition in. Same thing with event observers. We can just select an event from a list. As you can see, list is quite big. It's all the pre-renders, pre-dispatch, model after saves, and I think it will need to be redone to some simple wizard with select event prefix, post-dispatch, pre-dispatch, or on save, before save. We can create blocks, also all the files that we need. We can select scope, package, and template will be remembered for next decision. As always, we can select what block we want extend and automatically rewrite it. When we decide to create template, it will automatically change the class to template, not the abstract MageCore block. And this is all based on the layout XMLs, so you don't have to type it. And all the directory structures will be created. Also XML generation would rather. Block store. Okay. Store configuration is one of the biggest wizard created in this plugin. We can define here the backend configuration. It's a lot of XML editing, so it's easier that way. Also, as you can see, it picks up the existing data, so you can extend everything that was already in the database. Yeah, specify name, label, comment. Front-end models are also suggested from scanning the classes. Backend models also are suggested, and there is test that it has a method that is always used in backend model to option array, I think it was, and system XML is created. For preventing the misspells, the most fun is here. Inserting the factory methods that tend to be misspelled. Is one for model, one for a helper. As you can see, it already put a PHP doc, so the Eclipse could pick up what class it really is, not just the basic factory. Get store config and translations. It all has a short key, so it's really faster. Sorry. And is the most boring and mechanical task, creating translations file. So I just create method that will find every translation method and just put them the CSV file. If you have, if the file is pre-existing, it will save the translations you had before and just add the new ones, new entries that should be there. Well, as you could see, there was few more wizards, but not to bore you to death with them. Front page controller, you can specify actions and also create pre-dispatch, post-dispatch. Helper, just specify class name, you can extend, rewrite. And importing existing modules to Eclipse. Actually, it's not released yet. I think it will be in the week. It's new. I have to test it some more. And it's really simple. It will find every module that you have in the specified directory, and you cannot choose what to import for now, because it's hard to choose which file really belongs to this extension. When you're developing, you probably have every module in separate directory in your source versioning system, so it shouldn't be a problem. Future ideas. Simple wizards for create JavaScript and CSS files. Actually, it's hard to create files with the perspective, because the create file, you have to new wizard, create file. It's not on the shortlist. Also, context help for editing layout XML file. It's really it would be the first attempt to do proper context help for me, because the layout XML is structurally easy. It should be good, and using the code structure we know, we can suggest you action names and parameters, but I don't think that parameters are extracted at the moment. For package maintenance, it will be nice to export your module to Magento Connect, since when you're creating the module from scratch as new project, all the files are in your Eclipse project, so it's just put it in the archive and create an XML file for it. It should be easy to implement. As I said before, for internals, event name creator, it's just a big list. It will be nice to add something to there. Probably static code analysis to find all the static events, not only the generated ones. At the moment, it's just a list in the memory. Form and grid auto-generation for module creation, it also would be nice. I spent some time debugging this, asking myself what doesn't it work. Also, a simple CRUD controller for admin HTML. And this is a big one, and then long shot. If you know Eclipse, Eclipse has option for remote system viewer, but the PHP code completion doesn't work on it. Almost doesn't work, because it cannot scan the remote files to know the full structure. And since we have full structure defined in the XML file created by the module extractor, we can use this to support the remote system editor. So, website, I don't think that new website is up yet. Probably it will be in the next week, I think. There is an old website that is really something like internal use, but are some data in there, description. It's all in Polish. A new website will be in English, I think. If you know Eclipse, just type that as a new update site for Eclipse. If you don't know Eclipse, just Google how to use update sites. Every plugin for Eclipse uses them, because it's the only logical method to create new plugins for Eclipse and fetch what they need to work properly. I would like to, when you get your hands on, I would like to hear a feedback on that. It's a project I'm doing in my spare time. So, and do you have any questions for me? No. And thank you for. Oh, yeah, the question there.
Is the
Magento configuration, as far as I know, is not expressionable in XML schema. And that's the base problem. There are other systems for XML schema, alternative to XML schema, for example, RelaxNG, and it could express Magento configurations file, but the project is dead for 3 years, I think. So Magento XML schema is the one used everywhere. So okay, yes. Yes, I was thinking about it, and it will be the next step probably from these ideas I shown before. I was hoping to use the RelaxNG system because I know there were a plugin that RelaxNG could help you with the XML files, but I didn't manage to run it. Yes?
One thing to generate this stuff he mentioned is maybe you heard about PHP Storm? No, but no. You know? Okay. Magentico? So maybe you can get code from there. It's in Java. It's coded. Magento or whatever.
PHP Storm, I think.
No, not PHP Storm. This is a plugin, and it's on GitHub. So you can grab the code for.
Yeah.
Your extension.
I don't know it, so but I think it's for the NetBeans-based editor.
It's with PHP Storm, but you can use the algorithm to put this in your stuff.
I could see it up. Okay. Anything? So thank you for your time. I think I hope I will make your lives easier with this also.